I'm going to invite students to come out to show us some of the questions. Emily is going to get started with the first question.
So for this one, what are you going to do?
Okay, so we're trying to figure out the ratio between the blue cubes and the green cubes. So I'm going to start with this first section of blue cubes. So we're going to find which sets these are, and we know that this is the first set, this is the second set, and this is the third set. And then we have these squiggly lines that shows that there's a break in the continuing number of sets, so we know that this can't be 4 and this can't be 5 because it's breaking up the sectioning. So in one set there are 2 blue cubes, and then we see that in the second set there are 4. So we know that each set has 2 blue cubes. So we'll do 1 set times 2 equals 2 blue cubes. 2 sets times 2 equals 4 blue cubes. 3 sets times 2 equals 6 blue cubes. And then, so we'll go over here to the 50 because this doesn't give us any information. We'll do 50 blue cubes divided by how many are in each set, because we're trying to figure out which or how many sets has 50 blue cubes. So we'll do 50 divided by 2, which gives us 25. So we know that 25 sets consist of 50 blue cubes. And then I'm going to go to the next set, or the next section, which is with green cubes. For 2 sets, there are 6 green cubes. So my thought process is there will be 3 green cubes in each set. Because here's 1 set, here's 2 sets. So I will draw 3 green cubes for the first set. So 1 set times 3 is 3. 2 sets times 3 is 6 green cubes. And then we'll do 3 sets times 3 gives us 9 green cubes. And then we'll go here, we can go here, we know that this is 25 sets. So we'll do 25 times 3, that gives us 75 green cubes. And then we have 15, but we don't know which set it is. So we'll do 15 divided by 3. So we'll do what set times 3 gives us 15. And we know that that is 5. So this is 5 sets, and then we can go back up here to blue cubes and do 5 sets times 2, because that's how many are in each set, gives us 10 blue cubes. So we have all of those filled out, and for the ratio we want to find blue cubes to green cubes. So I'll look at the first set, and we see that we have 2 blue cubes for every 3 green cubes, and you can check that with all of the sets, and it all makes sense. So we'll do 2 to 3, and that's our ratio.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So I like to go step by step. Like one of the things I want to make sure you have is like on the test also like circle each set so we can see each set clearly. So especially like to figure out this part. One set is 2, and then this would be 2 set of blue would be 4. And I like to have the correct order: 1 set of something, 2 set of something, 3 set of something. So just circle each set. That would be helpful for you to identify the original ratio, what that was. And make sure you write down all the number of sets, write down each step, circle each set, and then do all the number and show all the steps for each part to get full credit. Are we okay with this? All right. So we did 2. Emily, can you do number 4, please? Anybody didn't come last time? Come on last time. I need to do it today.
Okay, so I'm going to do number 4. It's asking to use a table to solve for this problem. In a class, the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 8. If there are 27 boys in the class, how many students are in the class and how many are girls? So for this problem, what I did is a table. A table. So at first, it lets you know that there are sorry, 3 to 8, um, 3 boys out of 8 girls. And then we know that there are 27 in total for boys. So right now we're gonna figure out how many girls are in the classroom. So what I did first is I thought about how they are 27 boys, and we divided by 3, and I got 9. So with the 9, I'm gonna use that to multiply to each gender for a boy and a girl. And 3, what I got is 3 times 9 equals to 27, and then I got 8 times 9, and that would equal to 72. So I'm gonna put my 72 right here with the girls, and I got my answer, and it was that they are 72 girls in the classroom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my answer.
They also ask how many students in the class.
Okay. Sorry, I did think about that. So what I'm gonna do to know that how many students there are in total, I would add boys and girls together. And for the boys, there are 27, and for girls, is 72. So adding that together is 99 students in total.
Alright.
So, well, my final answer is there are 99 students in class.
And 72 are girls.
Yeah, and 72
Got it.
are girls.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Emily. So make sure you read the question carefully. Some of them will require you to use tables. Some of them will ask you to do proportions. So make sure you follow the correct methods. Like if you use other methods to show it, I can give you some credit, but not full credits. So this is an example. Like what I'm showing you is an old test, so your exam on Wednesday would be similar, but maybe with different numbers, okay? All right, who's next, Jennifer? The next one is about using proportion. So we have a farmer wanting to have 2 orange trees for every 4 grapefruit trees. He planted 40 orange trees and 12 grapefruit trees. So it looked like that he doesn't have enough grapefruit trees. To maintain this ratio, we want to know how many more grapefruit trees he's going to need. So we're going to use proportion for this. You can look at the screen. Yeah.
Okay, so for this problem, since
Can you talk a little bit louder so they can hear you?
so for this problem, they're asking us to maintain the desired ratio for the trees he must plant. So what I did first was set it up as orange to grapefruits, and we have 2/4 because his ratio is 2/4, and then in the top I put 40 because he planted 40 trees, and in the bottom I put an X because we still don't know how many more trees he needs to plant. So for this we need to do cross multiply, and then over here I put 2x equals 4 times 40, and then we divide 160. Oh, we get 160, and then we divide 160 divided by 2, and we get 80. And then after we get 80, we're supposed to subtract the total minus planted. So we subtract 80 minus 12, which is the 12 grapefruit trees he had planted earlier. So, and we get 68 more. So our answer is he must plant 68 more grapefruit trees.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Yay. So again, like, yay. like if they ask for proportion, make sure you use the correct method. If you want full credits, label each part and show me all your steps. Otherwise, you may not get full credits. And toward the end, because you already planned the 12 and you need 80, right? So we need to show us like how many more we need and make sure you label each part when you subtract it. And why me an answer statements? Because this is a word problem, right? Are we okay? All right. The next one is number 7. Check one. They're still writing, so I give them a minute. And any of you, if you want to use my pen, you're welcome to do it. I just don't want to leave too much stuff and get you all distracted. So I'm recording this. I'm going to send you the video link today. I'm not going to edit it because there's no time for me to edit it at all. Okay? All right. So, okay, come on. So the next question says, use a percenometer to determine the following. A normal work week is 40 hours. Last week, Jane worked 30 hours. What percent of a full week did she work?
Okay, so first I like to write like what I know from the question. So it's saying so what I know is that a normal work week is 40 hours and that Jane worked 30 hours, and then we're trying to find what percent of a full week did she work. So I have my percentometer here. So we know that 40 hours represents 100%. So what I did is write 100% on this side, and then 40 on this side. And then if she worked 30 hours, what percent did she work from a full week? And so I did my proportion. Since we don't know the percent of 30 hours, I put X for that. Over 100 equals to 30 hours that she worked over 40%. I mean, over 40 hours, which represents a normal work week. Okay, so then I did 40x equals to 30 multiplied by 100, and then I did 40x equals 3,000, and then I divide that by 40, which x equals to 75%. So the answer is Jane worked 75% of a full week.
Thank you. Very good. So some of the key points I want to point out is that when you do a percenometer, I want percent on one side, number on the other side, but you should start from 0, right? And it should be proportionally correct. So 30 is pretty close to 40, so you should get them a little bit closer. I didn't do this one. This is from a student. So using that, like you can set up the proportion x over 100, 30 over 40, and cross multiply to solve, right? And because this is work problem, so don't forget to write the answer statements. Are we okay? All right. Number 8. So number 8 is another percenometer. While she's getting ready, I'm going to read you the questions. So the questions say, using the percenometer to determine Jones bought a TV with 25% off. So of the regular price, she paid $425.25. For the TV, we want to find the regular price or regional price. Okay.
So first, I wrote down what I knew from the problem, which was that she got 25% off, and the price after the sale was 425 and 25 cents. And it says to use the percenometer, so I set it up with percents and number and zeros for both of them, and I put 100 at the bottom, but we don't know what she paid totally for the TV because they only gave us the sale price. So to figure out the percent for the sale price, I did 100 minus the sale, which was 25%, to get 75%, which is what she paid, which is 425 and 25 cents. So I put it with the 75 and I put X with the 100. Then I set it up to cross multiply with 75 over 100 and 425 and 25 cents over X. Then I cross multiplied and got 75x equals 425 and 25 cents times 100, and then you divide by 75 on each side to get X by itself. And then I got 567 as the total price. And that's my answer, in a
All right,
sense.
that's good. That's correct. Thank you. So that's quite a few percenometer problem on the test, so make me slightly nervous because we didn't have a quiz of it. So hopefully you guys are good with that. Again, when you do the percenometer, one side is percent, one side is number. This one have one extra step, right? Because it's 25% discount, and that's the sales price. And you need to first, like what she did, figure out how many percent this person pay, which she subtract, and then she found out the person pays 75% and the sales price is $425. So those two equal to each other. One of the common mistakes I see from the homework is people put 25% equal to that. So don't just like fold all the number you see from the question to set up the percenometer. You have to think about what that price represent, how many percent, okay? And then once you set that up, then just 75 over 100, 425 over x and cost multiply, right? Does it make sense? Any questions? Okay, who's next? Nobody's doing the next one? I can do that. Number 9 is what? It's another percenometer. I can do it if I find a piece of paper. All right, so this percenometer number 9 say Mary received 3% salary reduction this year if her current salary is $33,230. What was her salary last year before the pay cut? So what do we know? They want a percenometer again, so percent and number. Percenometer should start from what? 0 for both sides. And then what do we know? What else do we know? So her salary is that. So how many percent of the salary does she get? 97. So you're going to need to show 100%, subtract the 3% pay cut. This is the whole thing. Subtract the pay cut. Equal to 97%. That's what she get after the pay cut, right? This pen is really thick. All right, so 97% is going to be the same as what? 97 is very close to 100%. So I make it closer. 97% of the salary is. So do I put a 33,230 here with 97% or 100%? 97% because it's after the pay cut. She got 33,230, right? And we want to find out what she get before the pay cut, the 100%, right? So help me to set up the proportion here. So on top we have over equal to over and then cost multiply, right? So 97x equal to 33230 and 2 more 0. Both sides need to be divided by 97. Anybody have the answer? X is 34,257.73. So the answer for Mary's salary last year before the pay cuts was $34,257.73. Are we okay? Question for this. Okay. When you guys ready, I need number 10, 11, 12, and 13 people pretty ready, okay? We have about 15 minutes. Okay. You guys supposed to have done this at home. Just want to make sure. I will have the video upload today and send you the link today, okay? Ready? Okay. Number 10. So we want to find the probability. A is rolling an odd number from a dice. B is rolling a 1 from a dice. We may have to focus. Light. Yeah. Go ahead.
Since we find the
You may need to talk a little bit louder.
since we need to find the probability of the dice, first we need to find the outcomes. So we have a total of 6 possible outcomes, and we have 3 odd numbers and 3 even numbers. And since we have the probability of rolling an odd number, we're going to do the number of odds. So we have 3 odds, and the number of outcomes underneath it. So we have 6 outcomes. And since they can be divided to a lower number, we divide it by 3 for the bottom and top, and we get half. So the probability of rolling an odd number is 50%. And then to roll a 1, we do since it's only one option, we do 1 over 6 for the total outcome.
All right, thank you. Okay, several things I want you to pay attention is I need the correct notation. P parenthesis describe what you're finding. And I like she lists all the outcome 1 to 6 there. So odd number you have 1, 3, 5. Out of the 6 total outcome is favorable outcome out of total outcome, right? And she reduced it. And then for rolling a 1, you only have 1 favorable outcome out of 6 total outcome, right? So that's your answer. So John is going to do the next one. The next one is you have a bunch of marble, 5 green, 3 black, 4 blue. We want to find the probability of drawing a black one and a green one.
Alrighty. So first off, I need to explain that you can draw it. I decided to write it down, but from the question we have 5 green marbles, 3 black marbles, and 4 blue marbles. Just add them up. 5, 3, 4 would be 12 marbles in total in the bag. For the first one, we have to find the probability of getting a black marble, which would be so there's 3 black marbles in total from the 12. So 3 over 12. We can simplify it by dividing it by 3 on both sides, which would be 1/4. Now for the other one, we're looking for green marble and its probability, which is pretty simple, which would be 5 green marbles over 12 marbles. And I like making a note here, probability of an event, and then the favorable outcome of total outcomes.
Very good. Thank you. Very detailed. I like it. And then don't forget you have to have somewhere you add up the total for me. Even though I know you can count, this is 15, he added it up on the side, you can add up in the denominator, but show me how you get that number, okay? And don't forget to write the probability notation. Favorable outcome out of total outcome, and if you can reduce it, please reduce it. Okay, Jasmine, okay. The next one is see how many combinations you have for telephone number. This time I didn't give you any number, so how many space do we have for telephone number? 10, is it 10? Yes, 10. So let's see what she has, yes.
Basically, what I did was, since we have 10 choices from 0 to 9, so what I did for each number is basically just multiply them 10 times 10 times 10, 10 times, which got me 10 billion phone combinations.
All right. Everybody agree? All right, thank you. Yay. I like everybody have detailed steps. Like I have a different question here, but like she lists all the choices, and because you can repeat the number, meaning like if you use zero for one spot, you can use zero again. So that's why they have 10 choices for each part. Okay, thank you. Next is number 13. You want to read us the question too?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing number 13. Our question is, how many combinations of snacks can we have if you can pick one drink and one fruit item? Your choices for drinks are juice, water, or soda. The fruit choices are apples, oranges, or bananas. Please list all of the combinations and tell me how many combinations you can have. Okay, so starting off here, I just rewrote my question to keep in mind.
Can you adjust this?
Oh, sorry. To keep in mind what I'm finding. And then what I like to do is kind of like a little table to sort of like help me out, like all the choices I have. So I know for the drink choices, they gave us juice, water, and sodas. And then for fruit, they gave us apples, oranges, or bananas. So what I like to do is I like to like find like a letter, like abbreviation of the different choices. That way it could help me when listing them out. I know that every combination should have at least one drink and one fruit. So we can go ahead and start off. I like to go in order. So for the juice, we could obviously have a juice along with an apple, or once again the juice with the orange, and then the juice with the banana. So I just keep on doing that same thing with all of the letters. Same thing for the water with the apple, and so on. And then my answer is that there can be a total of 9 different combinations, which I got that number from just counting all the different combinations I can have. And then to check my answer, I could do the three drink choices times the 3 fruit choices, and that gave me um
9.
yeah. Yeah, 9. I don't know why they put a 6. It's supposed to be 9.
Can you change it on the paper?
Oh, yeah.
So it would be on the video. Yeah, you have 9 on top there. All right. Thank you. Yay. So she lists them. Like the other way you can do is you can do a tree diagram if you want to, but her way is perfectly fine. So I list the drink here, and then I pair them with the 3 different fruits. So each drink will branch out to the 3 different fruits there, and then I can see I have 9 different combinations also. And if I didn't ask you to list them all, you can just multiply the choices together like she did. So either way, you should get 9 combinations, right? And you can like count over here, you have 9 combinations. Are we okay with this? Okay, the next one, nobody signed up, I'm going to do it. So you bought 4 different movies to watch. How many different order can you watch the 4 movies if you're planning to watch each of them just one time? So again, these are not probability. Probability has, for probability, the answer has to be between what? Always 0 to 100%, or if it's fraction or decimal, 0 to 1. So anything beyond 100% or 1 is not probability. So this one is just the total combination. We can put it in the denominator of a probability. Those consider a sample space, but not probability number, okay? All right, so if I have 4 different movies, so I have 4 slots, right? For number 14, so again, this is not probability, just different combinations. If I have 4 movies, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many choices do I have when I watch the first movie? 4 choices, and I'm not going to watch it more than one time, right? So when I watch the second movie, how many choices do I have? 3, and then next we have 2, and finally we only have 1 choice, right? And to find the total order, we just multiply them, and all together we will have how many order? 24 different orders. And they didn't ask me to list them out, right? So they said don't list them out. So that's your answer. You have 24 different order to watch that. So I could say, okay, the spring is coming. I bought some flower. I have 4 different colors. So how many different order can I plant those flowers? It would be the same thing, right? Once you put those red color, you cannot put it again, right? So one, no repeating. So it's going to be 24. Okay, last one is number 15. Angelina, are you ready? It's going to be a graph, and then you have to figure out the percentage, decimal number, fractions.
So basically, this is showing a graph right here. So what you should do is count the shaded parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this part is 6. But because most of it is shaded, we're gonna count the little stubs right here. So it's, I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From what I can tell. Or
Okay, how many left here?
I can't tell because part, like the shaded part's a little.
Like
So
one,
there's 2,
2,
3.
3. So if it's 3 left, how many in each piece of the pie? 10. And if it's 3 left, it means how much was color in? 7. So what is the shaded pie now?
So it's.
How many big piece plus 7?
So it's 6.
How many total piece is color in? 1,
1, 2,
2, 3, 4,
5,
5, and then
6.
7. Okay, let me help you. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total piece, right? And each piece is 10, right? And then over here we think it's going to be 7 little units. So totally we have 57% because the whole pie is 100 little marking, right? And each big piece is 10, right? So if it's 57%, how do you find the other two?
So
the actual question would be bigger. So
I couldn't tell because it was so tiny.
Understand.
But so 57%. Trying to say, all you have to do is just. Or here, let me. So with fraction, I'm gonna start with fraction first.
Okay.
All you would do is just do not 77.
It's okay. Just keep going.
57 over 100, and you really can't do anything with that.
She means you cannot
Like
reduce
you can't reduce. Yeah, you can't reduce it. So you can just leave
it.
it.
Relatively plain. Yes.
Yeah. You can leave it as it is. So you can just put 57 over 100, and then to get it to a decimal, all you have to do is just we'll do the 100 first. So you move it for it to stay to 1 here, and then you do the same thing. So you move it twice. So you're gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna be 0.57.
All right. Thank you. Yay. So on the actual exam, the graph would be a little bit bigger, like so even this student like have a hard time seeing it. But just keep in mind the whole circle should have 100 marking and each piece should be 10 units, okay? So you can see how many clear units there, and if 57%, like she say, it's 57 over 100. If you move the decimal point to have 1 as the denominator, that probably be 0.57. That is why it's 0.57. Okay, everybody know Wednesday is exam 2, right? Everybody have the yellow practice and the actual review, which have more questions. So every graded homework and quizzes are returned back to you, so I cannot accept any more late work. But please study as much as you can. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. The video of the review is going to be uploaded to